Good evening. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network presents the DCTV 4-H Evening News program for Monday, March 13th, 2017. Camera people, Devlin. Video engineer and producer, Edward. Sound engineer, Brendan. Teleprompter, Myra. With news anchors, Nick, and meteorologist, Daniel. And this is the news director, Brendan, and now the news.
Help keep our kids the news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. By sponsorship, just call Nice and Thursdays at 74119. Hello, I'm Nicholas. Following stories from the Cortez Journal. Dolores Water District and Spokane at Totten Lake. A water conservancy district board voted unanimously on Thursday to close Totten Lake to all boating to prevent contamination by non-native quahog. Cat Dolores Water River conserving district board voted unanimously on Thursday to close Totten Lake to all boating to prevent contamination by non-native quahog and zebra mussels. The Totten closure follows a boating ban on Narragansett Reservoir, enacted last week by a privately owned Montezuma Valley Irrigation Company, which also cited the mussel threat to prevent mussel contamination to be consistent with the MVIC's decision. The board voted to prohibit all boating on Totten. Indeed, WCD General Manager Mike Preston. A boating ban on all two lakes is for non-motorized and motorized. It includes kayaks, canoes, stand-up boards, windsurfers, boats, rafts, jet skis, fishing well, and Polygon Lake will be allowed from the shore. There are a lot of debate on board about possible exceptions, but the board decides that, to be clear, the best protect our irrigators. The ban will be all boating, said MVIC's manager Brandon Johnson. The boating closure order for Totten is being drawn up by cooperation with Colorado Parks and Wildlife, which manages the fishery. A lock gate on the boat ramp will be installed soon. Narragansett already has a lock gate installed. Violars at Totten and Narragansett will be issued tickets by Parks and Wildlife and Montezuma County Sheriff's Office. Stories from the Cortez Journal. Decisions on future sheep grazing pushed back. The U.S. Forest Service has delayed its expected winter announcement on the future of domestic sheep grazing in the wilderness and expects a decision in a few months. January 2016, the Forest Service will release a proposed decision that the domestic sheep grazing would continue in Colorado's largest wilderness area, despite environmental concerns. The proposed decision opened a public comment period which drew nearly 50 responses from those for and against using public lands for privately held sheep grazing businesses. Maniwaki District Ranger for the Columbian District of San Juan has previously told the Durango Herald that the final decision would be announced this winter. However, Forest Service spokesperson Ann Bond said Wednesday the Forest Service is still responding to public comments and the final decision continues to be under general review. We expect to release these documents to the public in the next few months, Broughton said. At that time, a 45-day objection period will begin whereby interested group citizens and groups who have committed earlier during the analysis process will have the opportunity to commence farther. At a 760-mile wilderness, Forest Service proposed to continue 6 active grazing tournaments, which totaled nearly 50,000 acres for about 5,600 permanent sheep. Our program director says that she remembers lots of sheep going through Dell Creek in spring and fall to and from mountain pastures. Drove into a flock facing the sheep would get through pretty quickly, but if they couldn't see you, usually didn't exist and it took long to get through. Long stories from the Durango Herald. Tunson soon tackles power energy in Durango. Rahid Amar shows snow for the first time this winter. She took a 63-hour bus ride from Durango to the East Coast and she went camping with friends in Utah. Fort Lewis College exchange students doing a lot of things for our first time, including learning electric engineering with plans of applying her knowledge in her hometown of Gassa, Tennessee, a relatively small country at the northern tip of Africa. I want to try and transfer the knowledge I get there. Here, back there, she said. Ideas like the smart grid and ways to reduce consumption, even the basic things when it comes to energy fields. Amar, 23, is what one might call wicked smart. She's fluent in 4 languages, Arabic, French, English, and Spanish, and has among the best test scores in her country. She is the recipient of a full scholarship to attend Fort Lewis this year. She wrote in August and plans to leave late April. At the end of the school year, she has plans to get married in July and will then move to Japan with a new husband, where they will live for 2 years. While in Japan tomorrow, she'll learn to speak German in anticipation to become the German, where she will seek master's degree and focus on renewable energies. As far as scholarship requirements, Mara must have an internship in her academic field, so she's working about 3 days a week at Applied Electric Association, crunching data and working on projects related to renewable energy. The story started on Pernod's website. Where not to hide when trying to rob a house. Alleged burglar in California whose luck ran out when he got stuck inside a home's chimney has been arrested by officers from Ridgecrest Police Department, were initially dispatched to a home Sunday after police looked burglary alarm. A few minutes later, police got another call, this time from a woman who claimed that her friend was trapped in a chimney at the same address. When officers arrived, they discovered Keith Sledge, 28, lodged in a chimney. They have found signs of forced entry and an open back door leading to them to conclude that Schultz, accomplice, broke into the home with him and then fled the scene when they were unable to free him. Schultz, who was covered in soot. It was covered in soot from his mugshot. Such eventually rescued from the chimney by firefighters. He was staying in Bakersfield jail and charged with burglary. Mr. Such was luckily another California man who was tried the same stat died for his troubles. The young man also got stuck in the chimney. This time the homeowner decided to light fire, even though he doused the fire when he hears screams coming from the chimney. By the time the man was rescued, he had inhaled too much smoke and too many burns and had died. And he died shortly after. Guess only Santa gets away with this trick. Now here is Daniel with dumb laws and current weather. Oh, dumb laws in work cities. In Green, during a concert, it's illegal to eat peanuts and walk backwards on the sidewalk. Kendall is against town ordinance to camp out on your own land more than 72 hours a month. If you want to camp out in 2 weeks, you need a permit, which can be only attained once a year. And also, the city law from the early 1900s prohibits man from going topless on boardwalk. Even while swimming in the ocean is prohibited, people may not slurp their soup. Pinball machines are not to be played on Sunday. Raw hamburger may not be sold. It's illegal for man to go topless in the center of town. It's legal to eat in the city, street, and residential neighborhoods. And only better you can drink on a beach is water in clear plastic bottle. With H Harbor, it's illegal to disrobe in a wagon if one wishes to bathe. City limits say must be clothed in a suitable bathing suit. Now our current weather with Daniel. I can help.
67 degrees and low with 36 degrees. Winds are from 1 to 8 miles per hour from the northwest. The barometric pressure is 30.6 inches and is falling. The humidity is at 19%. There's been no hundredths of an inch of moisture measured by the DCTV weather station for today. Moisture for the month is 0.08 of an inch. Now here's our national weather outlook with a big map. There is rain mixed with snow in Washington and Oregon and east into Montana and Wyoming. Snow is falling from eastern Montana into the Dakotas and going east to end in Vermont and New Hampshire and the Virginias. Rain is falling from Missouri into Louisiana and Uno east to and in the Carolinas and Georgia. Rain is falling from Fourth Florida has some rain too, I guess. Now for your exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high 70, low 34. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 71, low 35. Thursday, mostly sunny, high 71, low 35. Friday, partly sunny, high 71, low 37. Saturday, partly sunny, high 73, low 37. Now for our climate change CO2 report. CO2 carbon dioxide is one of the principal causes of climate change, and it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability, resulting in significant swings worldwide of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. The following are the CO2 numbers for the week of March 13, 2017, parts per million. 406.10 last week. 2 weeks ago, 407.37. Last year, 403.75. 10 years ago, 383.47. 50 years ago, 323.04. Thank you, Dr. Peter Chance of National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, and Michael McGee of the CO2 Earth website for this information. Remember, you can help keep our Kids News Show on the air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-419. Thank you, and now back to our news director.
And that's the end of today's DCTV 4-H news program. This is News Director Brennan saying good night and thank you for watching.